Féile and Phobail literally stands for Festival of the People, or Community Festival, and it's literally the life and blood of the people here, the hearts and minds of the people of West Belfast that have continued this festival and will continue to grow and develop this festival over the next 30 years. We literally have a whole community behind us. The community come up with the ideas for the programme, the community work and volunteer at the festival. Everybody owns Féile. Féile isn't one person's to own. It's literally a festival for the whole community to own, to celebrate and to be proud of. Back in 1988, Belfast was very much a different place. We were right in the midst of conflict at the time. It was one of the most turbulent years that the city had seen, and particularly this part of the city in West Belfast. The local media establishment, unionist politicians were actually talking about building a wall around West Belfast and categorising the people in the community of West Belfast as a community of terrorists, people with blood on their hands, people without a culture and without any community spirit. So the local MP at the time, Jerry Adams, and a number of visionary community activists came up with the idea of a community festival to really showcase and platform the positive news stories and the positive spirit of resilience within this community. And they come up with the idea of a community festival.
It was brought at that particular stage to save lives, and that's what it's done, because then in particular times during the anniversary of interment, there was riots, there was bonfires right across West Belfast and beyond. And this was a beacon of light, a beacon of hope, where people come together in a positive manner. A big congratulations to Féile over all those years for their contribution to peace in the society, and put the moving society on, which I think is a very positive direction.
Féile year on year continues to grow, and the expectations from the local community is that we get bigger and better every year. From what started off with a single parade of GA clubs down the Falls Road into a small party in Dunville Park at the time, has now turned into Ireland's biggest community arts festival. We've over 300 events now across 40 different venues right across the whole city. We usually get audiences of around 10,000, and that's from right across the city. And we intentionally put Féile and Earraigh on the week leading up to St Patrick's Day, knowing that we will have international visitors coming into Belfast to spend St Patrick's Day in the city and celebrate all things Irish. So we very much platform the festival to cater for both the local, national and the international market. Our August festival then is much more of a bigger beast, to put it mildly. We usually welcome in around 80 to 100,000 people, and again that's 30, 40, 50,000 people locally, and then the rest is made up of national and international visitors. Going back 10 years ago, if you think about it, we were in the back of Vanley Town Leisure Centre with music concerts for 800 people. So that alone shows some of the growth that Féile has experienced and the popularity of our events.
Everything we do this year, we're wanting to do it bigger and better, and that's, I suppose, with this being our first festival in our 30th year, we're sort of laying out our intentions. This is bigger and better than ever, and I suppose that's reflective in the programme that we launched today. We have activity taking place on the Metro, so we have music on the Metro, which we'll see some musicians from the Irish School of Music throughout the week and entertaining the people on the buses. We'll also have a couple of key discussions and debates and talks which are interesting, and it's really just an enhanced programme. We try to think outside the box as well. We have a number of fantastic venue partners where there will be events happening in the likes of Uncultureland, St Mary's, as well as in the Devonish complex, and as I say, there's a lot of traditional music that we'll be putting in a lot of the hospitality industries throughout West Belfast. Because it's in the lead up to the St Patrick's Day, and it's always in and around that we try to put more of a traditional Irish sort of focus on it in regards to the music.
Bringing songs and stories.
West Belfast has always been very interested in culture and the arts, and we've always needed it, and I think we need it as a people. We need culture to self-express, to have a sense of community, and it's good for just overall happiness and health. I think mental health is to be steeped in culture and the arts. It just goes to show you how popular the Féile is becoming. I mean, it's becoming second nature to kids these days. It's like, it's like you go to a concert in the Féile, you go to a concert in the Odyssey, you go to a concert, you go to an event here. The Féile is very much part and parcel of West Belfast.
Our spring programme is really a platform to look ahead to what we have in store for August. So it's nearly like a mini Féile, if you like, where we'll have a range of talks, debates, tours, walks, sporting events, community events, music concerts, literary events, talks and debates and discussions, and something for all of the family to come and enjoy. And Féile, I think, have a role to provide a platform for the Irish language through the events that we put on, through partnering with Irish language groups, by showcasing how rich and vibrant the Irish language is. It lives, breathes, walks, talks and works within West Belfast, and we very much use our festival as a way of helping to platform that in any way we can. But a particular focus with Féile and Earraigh is on Irish traditional culture, arts, music and language events, whereas the August Festival has that wee bit more of an international flavour to it. Our job is to bring international profiled events into the heart of the community, but in doing that we have to make sure that they are accessible, and we work year round to make sure we have the funding in place and the right ticket and policy and structures in place that as many people as possible can take part in our festival. And as I say, 90 to 95% of those 300 events are actually free of charge. Any cut, particularly to the arts, has a detrimental effect. It causes a massive ripple effect within the local arts community, who face these challenges year on year and literally are struggling to get by and put on events such as ours. But we continue to do it, and we will continue to do it because we do get that support from funders, from private sponsorship, but more importantly, and particularly for festivals like Féile, we get the support of the local community. Féile over the years has always provided a platform for a multitude of interests, be that from the Irish language community, from Ulster Scots community. We've had members of the Orange Order here, we've had members of Loyalist paramilitaries here talking at the festival. We provide a platform for a range of issues to be discussed.
There's something for everyone there, and we try to make sure that we hit on as many user groups as possible and try to make it as inclusive as possible. Féile and Phobail by name is a festival of the people. You know, we were set up by the people. It's how it's established, it's why it was established, to show the wealth that West Belfast has to offer. Our events and our programmes are made up very much of the activities of the community that use Féile as a platform to showcase what they do and to showcase the best of West, is why it has lasted so long and why it will last for many years into the future as well.
Sílim gúil an ra ar Féile and Phobail Marial gur Féile Phobail atá an buineann si go dlí leis an Phobail is é muintir an cantar atá go mór Glaci part na himachtaí ar fad tá star ionach láidir an fi Féile and Phobail an seo nuair nach raibh aon rud eile an seo agus tá cibhní cin ionach agam ar leitheanta mo oige. Nuair bhí mé mo dhéagúir rudí cos le Westleigh agus na ceol curma agus bhí siad ábalta na bannaí seo glacu go iarthar bell first nach mé an de grá, so tá obair ionach deanta acu le 3 bliain agus tá ag still go mé siad an seo le 3 bliain eile.
West Belfast is very proud of what Féile and Phobail has done over the years, and people do work with Féile and Phobail because they are based at grassroots, and they will work on all different levels as well to ensure that people get the maximum amount of fun out of it, but also it's about showcasing what West Belfast has to offer.